Mr. President, Chair of the University Council, members of Council and members of the University, ladies and gentlemen. Mae'n hyfrydwch o'r mwyaf gen I gael eich croesawu chi yma I Brifysgol Cymru y dwi'n dod i'w sant ar gyfer seremoni cyflwyno graddau y Brifysgol. It's a great pleasure for me as Vice-Chancellor to welcome you here to this degree ceremony. Over the next 2 weeks, we will be celebrating the success of the graduates, and we will be convening the convocation of the university in several towns and in Swansea as we come together as a university to mark the academic distinction of our students. And as Vice-Chancellor, I'm delighted to see so many here today. And in particular, the students that will be focusing upon leadership, business and management, and also on the skills for workplace learning. But I'll say more about that in a moment. We gather here in our civic regalia, in our academic regalia, in honour of you. We link the traditions of the medieval collegium and a new world and a modern university. And we do that to show the importance of continuity, of the importance of tradition and continuity within an ever-changing world. A world that we really these days are not absolutely sure where our policymakers are taking it and where the political structures are being formed. These are troubled days, days that calls for leadership and for consistency. Always good to challenge, but we also need consistency so we can develop a strong foundation economy, a structural society, and offer hope to citizens. Universities are about creating new ideas, about creating new opportunities, about giving opportunities for graduates to challenge, to think new, and to offer new ideas, not only within the workplace, but also within communities at large. And today we acknowledge your contribution as graduates of this university. I wonder what will you take as your leave from this university. 3 years have gone past so quickly. Today you gain your BA. But do remember, those are only the first 2 letters of the alphabet. There's so much more to learn within the University of Life. I have no doubt that some of you will become legends within your own CVs. Never stop looking for the new idea. Never stop looking for that innovative idea that could change your company, that could change the workplace, or that perhaps can make the world a better place. It's a shame that I can't capture the glee in the eyes of individuals here. Your parents, your friends, they're very proud of you. They're very proud of your success. And I'm sure that you would want to join with me in expressing our gratitude to them for the support they have given you over the last 2 or 3 years. Diolch I chi am eich cyfraniad. Thank you for your contribution. It is also an opportunity for me as Vice-Chancellor to thank the staff, the academic and professional staff who have supported you in your work during your studies. I'm indebted to them for their hard work and for the integrity of their professional work. Diolch I chi am y gwaith caled. Llawer o diolch. Universities, of course, and convocations of the universities are called in order to honour distinction of the graduands, but also to note honorary distinction of worthy men and women who have made a contribution within the community or further afield. And this afternoon, we have the honour of bestowing a fellowship upon our Chief Constable, Mark Collins. It's a great pleasure for us, sir, to welcome you, and also to thank you for the outstanding leadership that you have shown in Dyfed Powys. You have clearly shown the value of public service, of engaging and of supporting, and making sure that we here within Dyfed Powys see the value of good policing and also supporting the public good. Thank you for your contribution. Now, I'm sure several have told you before that the value of an education, the value of a university education focuses upon the word educare, to draw out that which lies within. And that's so important for any university course. Several of you will have undertaken your degrees involved in work, involved in several difficult areas of learning. And over the years, you not only have excelled in your own work, in your companies, but also in your education. And I want to pay tribute to you, to pay tribute for the hard work. Certainly, it is a challenge to secure a good quality degree and continue with work as well. And you have done that. You have been successful. Today, as you cross this stage, so many new doors will open for you. So many new opportunities. And what I stress today to you is, make the most of those opportunities. Make the most of the opportunities where you as well, perhaps, through encouragement, through leadership, through opportunity, can change the lives of individuals. I'm very proud of our scheme, leadership management within the workplace, developing skills for the workplace. It's a great, great course. And I see every year graduates, not only in Wales, in London, in Birmingham, all of them embracing the opportunity and making the most of that opportunity. And I think that's what university education is about. It's about creating that one-in-a-lifetime chance of realizing, yes, I can make a difference and I can offer something. You are the lucky ones. You have been given the opportunity to study, to test, to challenge, to seek knowledge, to deconstruct knowledge. It is now time to ask you to give something back to community. Because your voice, your leadership skills can make a difference. But more than anything, your empathy can make a difference. Of course, we need strong leaders. Of course, we want leaders who are clear in direction, focused on policy, focused on bottom line. But more than anything, we need leaders that have compassion. We need leaders who can see the value of others. And we need leaders, when they see there are problems, they can pick those individuals up and support them on their journey. That is the true value of a leader. The key issue for any leader is to serve. To serve within the context of his or her community, and that is the ministry of service, of making a difference to the life of others. I hope that you, as you develop your careers, will realize, as you develop your roles within institutions, within companies, that the key factor and the key KPI for you is making a difference to the lives of others. Because if you do that, your company will succeed. There will be growth targets achieved. If you show that compassion, if you show that opportunity to support. Be confident challengers. Be honest facilitators. Speak the truth. The truth sometimes hurts, and people don't want to listen to the truth. But be honest to yourself, and be honest to what you believe. And always remember that there's nothing wrong with failing. We've all failed. And when you fail, learn from it and move on. Learn again. Build upon that and make a difference for others. Today, whether you realize or not, you join a guild of graduates that have hundreds and thousands of individuals all over the world that carry with them on their professional CV a single common word. Kings, queens, professors, surgeons, bankers, scientists, all of them would carry a single common word. And that word, after today, will be on your CV. And that is Wales, Cymru, the University of Wales, Trinity St David. Today you become ambassadors of this great learning country. This country that has placed education at the heart of social economic reform. Never forget the value of education. And wherever you go, as you serve, as you develop your companies, as you develop your management skills, remember that you serve as an ambassador of Wales, an ambassador of a country that gave you an opportunity to learn skills, to learn to challenge, to learn the value of compassion, and also to serve. May God bless you. May his countenance always be with you. And as you now take your leave of this university, all I can say as your Vice-Chancellor is, I wish you well, and I bid you joy for the future. Llongyfarchiadau.
Awen gwirionedd. Bydded hysbys i aelodau'r Brifysgol ac i bawb sydd yn bresennol y cynhelir ar yr 8fed a 9fed o Orffennaf 2019 yma yn Nhref Caerfyrddin gynulliadau awdurdodedig Prifysgol Cymru o Drindod Dewi Sant. I dderbyn yw priodraddau, bersonau da i gair sydd drwy yfrydiaeth yn y Brifysgol a thrwy disg, medr a dyfal barhad wedi teilyngu'r cyfriw raddau yn unol ac ordyrniadau'r cyrff dyfarnu. Gyda pob gweddi a dymuniad ar iddynt fwynhau iechyd a hir hoedl i wasanaethu eu cenhedlaeth a'i gwlad dan fendith y nef. Yna doleini a gyfyd mewn tywyllwch a'r tywyllwch a fydd fel hanner dydd, a rhai a fyddant ohono ti yr adeiladaint yr hen ddiffeithleoedd. Gorau awen gwirionedd. The best inspiration is truth. Be it known to members of the university and to all here present that authorised congregations of the University of Wales Trinity St David are being held here in the town of Carmarthen on the 8th and 9th of July 2019 to admit to their appropriate degrees worthy persons who have, through study at the university and through learning, ability and perseverance, been deemed worthy of such degrees in accordance with the ordinances of the awarding bodies, in the hope that they may be given health and long life to serve their generation and their country under the blessing of heaven. Then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday, and they that shall be of thee shall build on the old waste places.
Byddai'r hysbys i aelodau'r Brifysgol ac i bawb sydd yn bresennol fod Prifysgol Cymru y Drindod Dewi Sant wedi rhoddi'r awdurdod i'r athro Medwyn Hughes dderbyn i'w graddau fyfyrwyr Prifysgol Cymru y Drindod Dewi Sant a enillodd raddau yn unol â rheolau'r Brifysgol. Gwelir enwau'r myfyrwyr y gallai ei derbyn i'w graddau yn y cynulliad hwn ar y rhestru pryntiedig sydd wedi ei dosbarthu. Let it be known to members of the University and to all who are present that the University of Wales Trinity St David has granted authority to Professor Medwyn Hughes to admit to their degrees students of the University of Wales Trinity St David who have qualified for degrees according to the regulations of the university. The names of the students that can be admitted to their degrees at this congregation can be found in the printed lists that have been distributed.
Anrhydeddus is ganghellor, cyflwynaf ei ti, ddisgybol o Brifysgol Cymru y Drindod Dewi Sant, a enillodd radd, athro, Mewn Gwynyddu Business. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present to you a student of the University of Wales Trinity St David who has gained a degree of Master of Business Administration. Lee Mullins. Anrhydeddus is ganghellor, cyflwynaf i ti, ddisgybol o Brifysgol Cymru y Drindod Dewi Sant, a enillodd dysgrif o Rathedig. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present to you a student of the University of Wales Trinity St David who has gained a postgraduate certificate. Sarah Jane Caroline Clements. Anrhydeddus is ganghellor, cyflwynaf ei ti, ddisgyblion o Brifysgol Cymru y Drindod Dewi Sant, a enillodd radd baglor yn y celfyddydau. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present to you students of the University of Wales Trinity St David who have gained a degree of Bachelor of Arts. Christopher John Ian Allen. Oliver Craig Richard Atkin. Georgina Abigail Buckland. Chloe Ann Burgess. Emma Sian Davis. Jade Louise Farley. Adekoyejo Sabola. Sarah Jane Bowen. Vittori Cartwright. Shahina Chowdhury. Nigel David Davis. Jane Louise Dennis. Adriana Garaba. Christopher James Griffiths. Amanda Ann Jones. Emily Ann Jones. Nicola Jones. Chris Elvin Jones. Sarah Jane Lewis. Paul Edward Malone. Sophie Rees. Michelle Sutton. Jordan Turner. An Rhydeddus is Ganghetlo, cyflwyna fi ti ddisgyblion o Brifysgol Cymru Drindod Dewi Sant, a enillodd dysgrif addysg uwch. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present to you students of the University of Wales, Trinity St David, who have gained a certificate of higher education. Hasna Alam. Asma Begum. Jahanara Begum. Donna Lee Cleek. Laura Ann Cole-Jones. Zara Louise Demille. Emma Louise Green. Judith Hatton. Craig Matthew Hitchings. Muhammad Kibi Urumba. Abul Mumin. Jean Thomas. Christopher Thomas Rees. Alison Williams.
Will all the graduands that have just been presented to the university, would you please stand? I will now formally admit you to your degrees. Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol Amddiriedwyd i mi, derbyniaf chi'ch graddau a'ch diplomau priodol ac I holl freiniau y cymwysterau hynny. Yn enw Brifysgol Cymru, y Drindod Dewi Sant.
Boed eich gofal yn wastad dros lwyd ac yn ryddedd ein prifysgol a'n gwlad.
Croeso I sefydliad graddedigion y Brifysgol.
Congratulations, you are now graduates and ambassadors of Wales. Llongyfarchiadau.
An trydeddus is gang hetlo, cymradoi a VT, ddisgyblion o Brifysgol Cymru y Drindod Dewi Sant, na dy dint y bresennol yn y seremoni hon, ond sy'n gymwys I dderbyn cymwyster. Mae ei henwau wedi ei cyfnodi yn gynalog. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I commend to you students of the University of Wales Trinity St David who are not present at this ceremony but have duly qualified for an award. The names of these students are recorded centrally.
Rwy awdurdod y Brifysgol am ddirjedwyd I mi, derbyniaf y myfyrwyr hynny ar gyfer I graddau priodol yn enw Brifysgol Cymru, y Drindod Dewi Sant.
An trydeddus is gang hetlo, cyflwyna VT, ddisgybol, a enillodd ysgoloriaethau y Brifysgol. Honourable Vice-Chancellor, I present to you a student who has won a university bursary. Gwoba Gyfadran Business Areoliaeth, Faculty of Business and Management Prize, Adikoyejo Sabola.
Croeso cynnes, neu croeso nôl I chi gyd heddiw. A warm welcome or welcome return to you all today. My name is Ellis Alsop. I'm the newly elect campus president for the Student Union of Carmarthen. I have had the pleasure of serving many roles this year within the university, but today is not about me, it's about you. This day is yours, and it's been a long time coming. I wish to congratulate each and every one of you of your successes, not just academically, but for the extra step you took with us as a student union, as a university. This year has certainly been harder than most, but that hasn't stopped any of you from joining in with our activities, societies and campaigns for change. As you graduate, you might notice some things would have changed now. You may find yourself frequenting the campus a lot less. You may find that waking up on Thursday mornings for 9 AM starts may not be as difficult. But perhaps that's not too bad. There's a lesson or two to be learned from these experiences, so take note and take care when you depart us. Carmarthen, Trinity, you all care deeply for what matters. Your priorities are in the right place. Your dedication and enthusiasm and standing up for what you believed, from period poverty, mental health, to flying the rainbow flag on our campus in harmony with our LGBT students. Course changes, marching for the people's vote. You called on us, we heard, university listened. Your passion to the student union has led to a lot of excellent changes. I wouldn't have been in motion without you. As you leave Carmarthen one last time, no longer a student, but a graduate, I hope you remember the great things you have achieved, both during your time at studying and with us as a student union. You stood up for your rights, you made your voices heard. The world is moulded by your voice, and so as you go forward, be sure to use it. Make change for better, for all. I may have only started my presidency, but I have grown through these experiences as a student, just as you did. I'm immensely proud of what you have accomplished and created. I wish you all, each and every one of you, the best of luck in your future lives and careers. Don't be too swift to forget us here, and please keep us in mind as we prepare for next year's freshers. Llongyfarchiadau I chi gyd. Congratulations to all of you. The world is yours to shape.
Barchus Llywydd, isgangello'r staff, graddedigon y Brifysgol a ffrindiau oll. Pleser o'r mwyaf I mi y prynhawn yma ydy cyflwyno Mr Mark Collins I chi. Mr Collins yw Prif Constable Heddlu Dyfed Powys. But before I officially introduce Mr Collins, I'd like to say one or two quick words. It's a great joy to be here to witness you receiving your qualifications this afternoon. Catherine Thomas was reminding me that some of you have undertaken what we created here some 20 years ago, a scheme called Opportunity 2000, which offered people an opportunity to come into education. And education is so important in today's world. The slick strapline in those days were education from cradle to the grave. And can I put it this way, the Trinity, Carmarthen, under the leadership of the Vice-Chancellor, has made sure that that strapline becomes a reality, not for a few, but for so many graduates of this university over the past 20 years. I wish you well, and in so doing, I want to introduce to you a product of that very scheme, really, but not Opportunity 2000. This gentleman created his own career and followed his own course, but pursued education, which has got him to where he is today. The Vice-Chancellor said that BA is just the beginning of the first two letters of the alphabet. Don't think that you've finished your education. Can I put it politely? You've only just begun. Take advantage of every opportunity, of every scheme that comes your way. The future is bright. The future is education. Mr. Mark Collins, although born in Sussex, has a long association with the Dyfed Powys area. Having been a special constable in Sussex for a short time, Mr. Collins moved with his family to Wales, and he found employment with Castell Howell Foods when the company was very much in its infancy, still on the farm of Castell Howell, I believe. And Brian Jones is here somewhere. Where is he? Codalaw, at the back, the founder of Castell Howell Foods, gave Mark Collins a job as a salesman. There's a humble beginning for you, working on the road, creating a business for a budding industry. Here again, whilst in Carmarthen, Mark continued his interest in policing, becoming a special constable here in this very town, back in 1987. 4 years later, he became a police constable with the Metropolitan Police in London. And I'm sure that Mr. Collins won't mind me sharing something that we often share together. We've had reason over recent years to take part in a public event, not quite of this nature. And more often than not, Mr. Collins and I are somewhere down here in the lectern because the lectern is so high. And I remember Mr. Collins saying to me, Tom, you must be the shortest police chaplain in the United Kingdom, and I must be the shortest chief constable. We are both short, but don't take advantage. We can stand up for ourselves. But there we are. Went to the Metropolitan because in those days you had to be of a certain height to get into Dyfed Powys. But that didn't put this man off. He went in search of his opportunities and went to a distant land and to a strange and distant city to start his policing career. Eto roedd yna dynfa nôl I Dyfed Powys. Dyfed Powys still had its attraction, so much so that Mark returned to the force in 1995 and became a special constable in Cardigan, a police constable in Cardigan. And over the next 10 years, he worked in all 4 counties within Dyfed Powys and was promoted to the rank of superintendent, all within 10 years, in both the uniform and the CID policing. Mark Collins is known for having a great sense of humour, and this always helps in keeping teams together and energised. A detective sergeant during Mark's time as a detective inspector, and I can see the detective brain working now, wondering who that sergeant was. It won't take him much to work it out. The then detective sergeant, I'm proud to say that that detective sergeant is also now herself, a product of this university, is herself a chief constable over in Gwent, promoted in recent days. That's the quality of students that have come through this organisation. Anyway, the incident in Carmarthen, this is what I was told. There was this one particular incident where the detectives needed to get into a business premises in Carmarthen. They had a warrant, but needed to get through the door without alerting the occupiers. Mark, as the detective inspector at the time, thinking and believing that many people in Carmarthen were called Mark, used his charm to get the detectives through the door. And this is how he did it. Whilst the officers waited to get in, Mark calmly walked up to the door, introduced himself over the telecom system as Mark, not Mark Collins, but as Mark, and started chatting to the occupier. The conversation went on and on and on. And during this time, his detectives had got into the building unknown to the occupier, and Mark kept talking to the occupier for the whole duration until the job was done and the detectives were out. The job was finished. This is just one example of how Mark can put people at ease. He puts everyone at ease, and more importantly, he listens to people. Another big quality in business, mind, that you listen. In September 2006, he was appointed to lead the Wales Extremism and Counter-Terrorism Unit, developing an effective understanding of the dynamics of politics in a devolved environment. In 2008, Mark Collins was appointed the Preventing Violent Extremism Deputy National Coordinator, based in London, representing United Kingdom policing at the highest level, providing briefings to the Home Secretary, security services, and other government departments. Yes, the Castell Howell salesman, reaching the dizzy heights. In 2012, Mark Collins returned to the Metropolitan Police Service, was promoted to Chief Superintendent, and served as the Borough Commander in East London. His commitment improved confidence rates for residents by having reduced crime rates, youth-related violence, gun and knife crime. On a pan-London basis, he implemented Operation Kubo, disrupting gang and drug trafficking activity and seizing criminal assets. During this time, he was responsible for Operation Big Wing, a monthly day of high-visibility policing, using resources to arrest outstanding offenders, execute search warrants and carry out patrols to reassure vulnerable communities. An average of 700 arrests took place each month. He was the Silver Commander, coordinating all activity across 32 boroughs, reporting directly to the Assistant Commissioner for Territorial Policing, which involved the deployment of in excess of 5,000 officers. A role he undertook for 18 months. Despite significant resource and financial pressures, his visible and ethical leadership led the organisation to achieve a 22% reduction in burglaries, the largest in the UK, against a national average of 3%. In 2015, Mark successfully completed the Strategic Command course and became Assistant Chief Constable and then Deputy Chief Constable of Bedfordshire Police. During this time, he introduced a new force governance structure. He led on the police and fire service collaboration, resulting in co-located teams and shared estates, saving resources and finance. The result of which was described by the Home Office as the most advanced in the country. He oversaw the introduction of evidence-based policing right across Bedfordshire, which was a groundbreaking education programme supported by the University of Cambridge. As the National Police Chiefs Council lead on policing and mental health across the United Kingdom, Mark has ensured a complete reinvigoration of the service's approach to to mental health and by re-establishing national and regional structures. He has significantly increased the support offered to individual police forces to develop their approach to the provision of, providing national conferences and then continuing professional development events with the involvement of high-profile contributors. During his first National Mental Health and Policing Conference in Oxford in September 2017, Mark secured the attendance of no less than His Royal Highness the Duke of Cambridge as one of the keynote speakers. In October 2017, Prime Minister Theresa May asked Professor Sir Simon Wesley to review the Mental Health Act, and on that very day, Sir Simon invited Mark to join this important review forum. Mark Collins is in regular discussion with both the Policing Minister and the Vulnerability Minister in setting new legislation, including the Mental Health Amendments, which became law on the 11th of December 2017, with the introduction of the Police and Crime Act 2017. Mark has been instrumental in the collection of significantly more data from police forces and the government to assist in strategic planning, and has used the learning generated by that data to work with health and other partners to improve the role played by police forces. He will shortly launch the first ever national strategy on mental health for the police service. Mark took over as Chief Constable of Dyfed-Powys in December 2016. And under his command, Dyfed-Powys has achieved its best ever Peel grading by Her Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary. And under his leadership also, Dyfed-Powys Police has been re-awarded its Investors in People accreditation. In addition to his responsibilities as Chief Constable of Dyfed-Powys, Mark is also the National Chiefs Council lead for group-based child sexual exploitation. Indeed, if those responsibilities were not enough, Mark is also the current chair of the Welsh Chief Officers Group and also the chair of governors at Rhyd-y-Gors School here in Carmarthen. During that heavy and demanding workload and career, Mark managed to study and gain a BSc in Criminal Justice Studies, and he's also a member of the Chartered Institute of Management. Friends, Mark Collins is proud to be a Carmarthen boy, and he cares passionately about the Dyfed-Powys policing area, and is a person that has given his all to public service in Wales and beyond. Mark is very much a leader, a pastor of his officers, both staff and also volunteers. And more important, Mark is a friend. It was Lao Tse, the founder of Taoism religion, who said, "I have three precious things which I hold fast and prize. The first is gentleness, the second is frugality, and the third, humility, which keeps me from putting myself before others." Lao Tse said, "Be gentle and you can be bold. Be frugal and you can be liberal. Avoid putting yourself before others and you can become a leader." Mae Mark yn wraddfwyn eto'n gadarn a chlir ei arweiniad. Mae'n arwain drwy esiampl. Mark Collins is a gentleman, yet bold, frugal, liberal, He puts other people first, does what is right, and is a leader by example. Gwelir felly fod gen I mŵr amlwg a blaengar iawn yn sefyll gyda'n bron y prynawn yma. This afternoon, sat before us, we have a prominent, able and progressive police officer and chief constable. Anrydeddus is Ganhellor. Cyflwyna fi ti y Prif Constable Mark Collins yn gymrawd anrydeddus o'r brifysgol hon.
Chief Constable, for your integrity and leadership, we honour you. For your commitment to Dyfed Powys, we thank you. And we salute you as a leader.
Thank you very much, Tom. It's a very strange feeling sat in that chair, actually. And I just wanted to say just a couple of words in response, if I can. Just to thank Tom. I now know why you said I only had 2 minutes to speak. That's become very clear. And I feel I should finish the story off in relation to the warrant in King Street in Carmarthen. We were actually going into an illegal brothel. Some people here may remember, we had a spate, only because it was in the media, and it was very close to St Peter's Church around at the time. There was a spate of little illegal brothels that propped up in Carmarthen, and we closed them down one by one, and I took the initiative to sort of ring the buzzer and try and engage conversation for us to go in. I'm pleased when I said, hello, it's Mark, no one said, welcome back, or anything like that, or, those type of things. But we managed to get in. It was very successful, and we closed it down, so I was very glad about that. Tom, thank you for your kind words. Can I also thank the University of Wales Trinity St David Council for the Honorary Fellowship Award. I think I'm the third recipient of the Fellowship Award from Dyfed-Powys Police, and I'm truly humbled and delighted to accept this award. And it's an honour to join you here, the graduates, this afternoon. Can I sincerely congratulate those of you who graduate here today? There is so much hope represented in this room, and it's wonderful to acknowledge this significant moment in the progress of your lives. Well done. Could I encourage you to consider a career in policing? You will also then have the opportunity to serve the communities of Dyfed-Powys or further afield in a realistic and challenging way. Mountain Branch? I can see the... Yeah, we don't have a mountain branch, but we've got special constables on their own horses, which is much more cost-effective, may I say. But it would be remiss of me not to mention Castell Howell, and Brian is here with us this afternoon. And I thank Brian for the strong leadership that he showed me in the early days of my career and giving me the opportunity to work alongside him. It is a huge privilege to serve as the Chief Constable in Dyfed-Powys, as this is a beautiful part of the world, and is not just somewhere I'm proud to serve in my capacity as the Chief Constable, but it's an area that I was fortunate enough to spend the vast majority of my childhood and adult working life. Having previously served in the Metropolitan Police and Bedfordshire Constabulary, we are very much a unique police force here in Dyfed-Powys, and that's given the fact we are geographically the largest force in the country of England and Wales, and it's predominantly rural, with a few localised areas of dense urban population. This uniqueness, however, brings us many policing challenges each year, which are often recognised nationally. Last year I opened up our doors to two film companies that have come in and made two programmes that you may have seen. Argoch, The Missing, a programme that's featured on Channel 4, and you will soon see Harbour Cops, Britain's Best Beat, an ITV series, a 6-part series that will go out on primetime TV on Friday night. Britain's Best Beat is a fantastic title, and how to annoy 42 other chief constables in the UK when you walk in and you've got Britain's Best Beat. So we've got unique challenges here, 350 miles of coastline. You may have seen last week on the television, 5 million people a year come to the Brecon Beacons, and around 4 million visitors come to Pembrokeshire a year as well. So that unique challenge that we get with the influx of visitors. I firmly believe the police service of England and Wales is the best in the world, and I want Dyfed-Powys to be the best in the UK. It is essential that we as a police service continue to work with you here at the university and further develop our working relationships. The University of Wales Trinity St David is a real powerhouse in our local community, and you should be proud of all that you have and will continue to achieve. You are a driver of the local economy as well as an agent for change, and you allow those who pass through the university to excel and realise their full potential. Our organisations are facing the same challenges in the current financial climate, yet it is a credit to you that we continue to work together to ensure we are able to deliver a first-class service to our communities locally, nationally and internationally. Once again, thank you very much for the award, which I'm delighted to accept on a personal level, but also it is in recognition of the good work that exists between our two respective organisations. Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd.
Llywydd y Brifysgol, Is-Gynechor, Derprwy Cadeirydd y Cyngor, Prif Constable Mark Collins, croeso cynnes i chi gyd ac enwedig i'r graddedigion a dywod o mwy pwysig iddyn nhw yn dathlu i chwyddiant nhw. It's great to be here today to celebrate your success as graduates of this university. I just want to make sure that people don't get the wrong impression. I was Vicar Carmarthen during this time in the 90s, and I wasn't caught in the brothel. And, and actually, as a magistrate, most likely I signed the warrant, but I don't. But actually, it's great to have Mark Collins with us today because, as Thomas said, he has been an incredible role model for development in his profession, and we congratulate him sincerely on what he's achieved. I'm not sure if many of you know what University of Wales Trinity St David's is, actually. I can see some heads being shaken here. Well, it's the merged universities of Lampeter, Trinity Carmarthen, Swansea Metropolitan, the University of Wales, Coleg Sir Gar, and Coleg Ceredigion. And of course, this institution has its roots in Lampeter, which was established in 1822. The campus here in Carmarthen was established in 1848. Actually, the Lampeter campus is the oldest higher education establishment in Wales. So we are a university which has a long and distinguished history. And quite simply, we're a university which serves the community. A university which has its roots in the community, who cares for this community of West Wales and wants to do something dramatic to change the quality of people's lives. I've got a grandson who lives in Hong Kong, and the thing is, he's got a South Korean mother and a Welsh father, naturally. And a few years ago, he had a bit of a crisis in terms of his identity. He's only 9 years of age now, but he was born in London. And quite simply, he told me one day when he was visiting us in Porthareid, "Dickie, I'm English." Now you can imagine that caused consternation in our house. Nothing wrong being English, I've got a lot of friends being English. But quite simply, a few months later, he got on the phone and said, "Well, you know, Dickie, I've decided now I'm Welsh." So I thought to him, "Well, why have you become Welsh all of a sudden yesterday?" "Well, it's like this, Dickie. Wales have got to the semi-finals of the European Championship. And now I'm Welsh." And he said, "More than that, my friend Diego is also Welsh." If I can explain, Diego is the son of the first team coach of Spurs and was born in Argentina. So I said, "Yesterday, how can Diego be Welsh?" "Well, his grandfather was from Patagonia." But for Iestyn, belonging, identity is important. And for you as students of this university, identity and belonging is extremely important. In your life story, this university will become a part of that story, which you'll share with your children, your grandchildren, and with future generations. And I think that's very, very important. I think your achievements have been absolutely fantastic. I know the Carmarthen Business School has achieved national recognition for their sustainability agenda. The Green Awards, which are the Green Gown Awards, which is a recognised UK group, have identified this university as one of the best universities in the country for sustainability. And I think you deserve a great deal of credit for your contribution and for what you did to ensure that we won that award. You deserve a round of applause, actually. As Tom has mentioned, the outreach skills, basically, which many of you have undertaken, is so important. Because it gives you an opportunity, while still in work, to develop your skill base and to make sure that you continue your professional progress. And continuing professional development is crucial in this day and age. And that's why I'm saying, you're graduating today, but I hope your relationship with this university doesn't end here. It mustn't. It needs to continue. And I know that our staff, our brilliant academic staff, led by our Vice-Chancellor, actually are always ready to advise and to help and to assist. Because we want you to achieve what you can. To be at the top of your profession. You've got role models here. Individuals who've reached to the top of their profession. And you can do it as well. And quite simply, that not only transforms your life, it transforms the life of your family, and you can help to transform the life of communities. It is critical that we have people of your quality doing these things. I think we've got a challenge, actually. There's been an indication of the kind of challenges we have in society today. There are many areas where young people, unfortunately, feel that they have been left behind, that they become dysfunctional and disaffected. I believe education is the route back in many of those communities. To give people a sense of hope, a sense of fulfillment, a sense in which they can take control of their futures. Today, more than any time before, we need you and your example to inspire others within our communities. We've heard a lot about crime and the problems of stabbings in places like London and Birmingham and other areas. The truth is, when people are disaffected, when people feel they don't belong, when people are ostracized, they can be reacting in very antisocial ways. So as a community, we in this institution, working with the police, working with the local authority, working with the public sector, working with charitable and third sector organizations, want to play our part together in trying to improve the quality of our communities and improve the quality of people's lives. May I congratulate you sincerely on what you've achieved. You're a credit to yourself, you're a credit to your families, you're a credit to this university, and above all, you are a credit to our nation. Congratulations.
Would you please be upstanding to receive the university standard?